Hey Oliver, this is Mrs. Herbst, and I'm your math teacher for Edgenuity. I've got your quiz here. Mrs. DeWitt reached out and had noticed that you'd taken it 3 times, so she asked if I'd make a video for you. So anytime you kind of get stuck on a topic like this, you'll need to shoot me an email to let me know so that when I have a few minutes, either during my prep period, before, after school, or in the evenings, I can make you a quick video to try to help you out. So after you've watched this, then you can go ahead and try the quiz again and then let me know how you do. So the first question you missed, and I believe this unit is about, let me double check. Oops. Yeah, this one's all about proportions, proportional relationships. So in this example, it says there's 12 boys and 16 girls in a classroom, which represents the simplified ratio of girls to students. This is actually what we're working on in my 7th grade classroom right now. So when we're talking about a ratio, we want to make sure that we pay attention to the order in which we're asked to write the ratio and also what we're writing the ratio about. So first it says girls to students. So this is the total students. So we're not really using this boys and girls numbers like it's listed here. So first of all, there's 16 girls, and we can write ratio with the word to, we can write it as a fraction, we can use a colon, but the total number of students comes from 12 plus 16, so that's 28. So we're going to write 16 to 28. It does say simplified. This can be reduced. Both of these numbers are divisible by 4, so then we get 4 to 7, dividing both numbers by 4. It looks like you may have done girls to boys, but again, this one asked for girls to students. Question 3 says at one farmer's market, bananas cost 80 cents per pound. At another, bananas are sold in 5-pound bags for $5.40, which explains how to find the better buy. Well, we know the unit rate per pound at the first farmer's market, 80 cents per pound. So now we need to find the unit rate at the second. So notice it's 80 cents on top and then the weight on the bottom. So we're going to put money on top and we're going to put weight on the bottom. So this is the ratio of cost to pounds in the second farmer's market. And so what we're going to do is now we need to know how much is it for 1 pound bags of bananas. So if we divide the bottom by 5, we also have to divide the top by 5. So we're taking $4.50 and dividing it by 5 to find the unit rate for that 5-pound bag. So $4.50 divided by 5, we don't actually even have to find the answer because it just wants us to know what would you do. But we would divide $4.50 by 5 because that's going to tell you how much it costs per pound at the second store. The other option, I guess, would be, and it's not listed here, is you could multiply 80 cents times 5, and that would tell you how much a 5-pound bag would cost at the first farmer's market. And then you could compare that to $4.50, but typically when we're going to compare rates for cost, we use the unit rate. So we're trying to find out how much it is for 1 pound versus 5. But that option of taking 80 cents times 5 is not listed there. So you would divide $4.50 by 5. Question 5 says Fuad's model racing car drives at an average speed of 3 feet per second. Fuad records the distances and times in a table like the one shown below. At this rate, how long will it take the car to travel 21 feet? So that means we're going to put 21 in for the distance. And this is kind of like equivalent fractions, right? 3 times what number gives you 21? Well, 3 times 7 is 21. So now we're going to multiply the bottom also by 7. 1 times 7 is 7, so it will take 7 seconds. Question 6, Caleb types 100 words in 5 minutes. How many words per minute So I want 1 minute on the bottom. I'm basically reducing this fraction or simplifying it. I'm dividing the bottom by 5, so I have to do the same thing on the top. 100 divided by 5 would be 20 words per minute. Question 9, T-shirts are us advertises shirts as shown below. Which quantities in the advertisement represent a unit rate? Well, I only see one. 3 shirts to 3 white shirts to 2 black shirts. Okay, that's what's there. 2 black shirts for every 5 shirts, that's there. But a unit rate is just how much does it cost for one shirt. So that's the little sign at the top, $10 per shirt. Remember, unit rate is how much is it for one, or we want the denominator to be 1 in a ratio. That's kind of a weird advertisement. Okay, and then the last question says a car travels 22 miles for every gallon of gasoline used. Excuse me, the table below represents this relationship. Which equation correctly shows a pair of equivalent ratios that can be used to find the unknown? So the unknown is distance. And it doesn't matter really if you put distance on top or gas on top, as long as you do the same thing on both sides. And then also understand it may not be shown like that to you in the table, but we don't know how many miles when we use 3 gallons of gas. And essentially you could set that equal to any of the other ratios in the table because it should be proportional. It looks like in the answer choices they just use this top one, and what you just have to make sure is that if I put distance on the top on the right side or the left side, you can put the equal sign on either side. I need to put distance on the top on the right side. So 22 miles per gallon of gas, so 22 over 1 equals how many miles for 3 gallons of gas. And so it looks like in your selection you have gas and distance flipped. So whatever you have on top here, you have to have the same thing on top. X came from the distance part of the table, so you have to switch these two around, which is this answer choice. Okay, so that's kind of a quick video. I upload these to YouTube, so it'll take you to my YouTube channel to watch it. If you have any questions when you're done, please reach out to me, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks.